On for some more news. Chickens. The flock is expanding. It is a beautiful afternoon. About 4:30, I am finished with regular work for the day and moving on to homestead work. I still need to build raised beds, a greenhouse, finish the swing set. Yeah, there's a lot. I lost most of yesterday to, well, I mean, I didn't lose it, but most of yesterday was spent just mowing the grass. So it was probably almost 6 inches tall in a few areas. I had to go over it twice. And that took me from when I wrapped up work till about 8:30, and that includes some string trimming, and I still did not get it all done. I will have to utilize more of the kids as we get into summer, but right now most of the girls are gone on a vacation in Georgia, so they're not here to help, just me and Kate. And when she's got Theo or helping with Luke, that limits how many hands we have to fix work. So I am gonna set up down here at the barn today, and I think where I'm gonna start is working on some raised beds. My goal is to make 2, mostly out of material that we have left over. I am gonna have to borrow some of the 2x4s that we bought for the fence to make part of the perimeter for my boxes. But the majority of the boxes is all gonna be leftover material from where I built our fence back at the old property before we moved. I have realized that these 2-foot slats are actually pretty tall, and I don't want to dig that deep into the ground, so I raised my outer run so that it is about another 3.5 inches higher than what it was. And Then what I'll do is I will take and pop these bottom boards back off. I've already taken the screws out. I just need to take and knock them off. And then I'm just gonna cut that bottom part off so that it sits lower to the ground. So I'll get that done. And then I need to put some slats on the inside. And then what I'll probably do is just turn it on its side and cut the excess off and then rotate sides. Let's see if that works. Good morning. So it's been a busy Friday morning for me. A lot of indoor work. Try to take a little bit of every other Friday off from the regular job so I can spend more time around the homestead. And I'm just getting to the point today, it's probably really going on about noon, that I can get outside. I will tell you, it is absolutely soaked out here. So yesterday we just got more torrential rain for quite some time. I'll see if I can find the picture of it and put it in this video. I had taken a picture of where they dug out for the swimming pool, and it literally looked like we had an in-ground pool because there was so much rain, it filled the hole. And today it's better, if you can see it in the background, but it has drained out a little bit. Thank goodness that is mostly topsoil on the surface and not clay, because that did allow it to drain a little bit better. But many of you have asked about the pool, so I've kind of started with that. And I wanted to let you know that our pool installer actually brought out the majority of the pieces today. You can see them in the background. And it is too wet. I kind of chuckled, by the way, when he got here. I'm like, can you do anything today? And he's like, well, I can't do anything in the hole till it dries out. He said, but I honestly can't do much of anything anywhere. So I decided to go ahead and bring your stuff out and try to assemble some of the A-frames and get some of the pre-construction work done till I can get in the hole and get it smooth. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, absolutely fine, because that is one step closer to having that work done, and I am all for it. So, just a little bit on that. It is one step closer to getting constructed for the kids this summer. Now, on for some more news. Chickens. The flock is expanding. I haven't shown you the littles very much, and most of what I show are the bigger hens that we got last year, and the flock is about to expand again, and that is because Kate tried an experiment to incubate eggs. So I think right now we have chicks that just hatched yesterday, and they're in the incubator still, so I can't show a lot. I'm going to try to insert some video footage that she captured, and I'll do that now. Theo named all those chickens, so I hope they all make it. I do want to address on the littles, again, some of you asked about how the littles are doing, and to be honest with you, they're doing pretty good. Let me come over here and I'll just capture. Yes, we know you're there. There are the littles. They're a few months old now. Not quite ready to go in with the big chickens. It's interesting because I redesigned their little run yesterday, because where the little chickens were kind of cornered off with that much rain, it literally was just like a 1/4 of an inch of rain just standing on the ground. So I took them up a little bit to higher ground, gave them a temporary plastic tote just to get in out of the rain with a cover. That's not where they sleep at night. They have a much bigger area for sleep at night. Not that they really need it because they're small. But today I do have to make them a mini coop because of the new chickens. So the new chickens are gonna need kind of that brooder tote that we were using with heat lamp. So put some pressure to get that done. It also means I have to take my lighting assemblies away from my plants, which means it puts more pressure on trying to get the greenhouse done. It never stops until it snows, and that hopefully will be a long time from now. So all the chickens are doing good. I need to address one. You probably counted them. There are not 8 chickens in that pen. There are only 7, and that is because the littlest one that had the crossbeak, its crossbeak got really bad, and despite the girls trying their best to give it special food, a lot of mush to try to be able to eat, and you know, feed dropping it with a squeeze tube, it didn't make it. That does leave us with 7. Of those 7, the one they named Bambi, yeah, Bambi is a rooster. What's interesting is the new flock is just huddling right here by some gate separating them from the bigs. They just kind of spend most of their day huddled right around that fence now. So I basically took the fence, brought it around, and made them their own little pen. I am using this green plastic fencing to separate the little chickens from the big chickens so that they start to get more used to each other. I think the little chickens are all for getting in with the big chickens. The big chickens don't seem to really pay much attention, but I will say the rooster gets protective of them, so when we go to put the little chickens up at night, the rooster does seem to make a little bit of a ruckus around that, and I think that's a good thing. I need to go back and actually get these chickens a mini coop. Again, it will be like my thought is it will be a staging coop. So I need to see what material I've got available to make this out of, and then come up with some kind of a design and get it put into their existing run. So I'm gonna go work on that, and I guess I'll bring you guys along as I go. All right, so I've gone through and I found all of the scrap that I think I need. I found some old laminate flooring, a few smaller pieces of like MDF or particle board, very thin, several pieces of old fence lumber. Those are slats, I'd say, where they replaced some of the fencing, and then the new stuff is all black. So got a handful of those pieces, some 2x4 pieces, old wheels that I had off of the stroller that I tried to use for the big coop, and some extra pieces of T111 that I didn't need. So hinges and clasp are also left over from that too. All right, so now I got to take all this scrap and see if I can figure out how to put it together to make a new mini coop that's at least 9 square feet, give or take, for the chickens. let's give it a go. It is now Saturday morning, and again, I had my battery die on me last night right in the middle of working on the mini coop. So I didn't get all of that recorded. I'll show you what I have done so far. It is temporary because I needed to get the chickens in something last night. So I put a front door on it that isn't finished. I need to work on that, but it doesn't have a huge priority. So there's my mini coop. I just made the whole front open so that the littles can go in and out, so they're used to it. They did spend the night in there last night, and as you can see down here, they are healthy and happy, enjoying a little bit of breeze and sunshine today. And they're still hovering over by that small green fence right next to the bigs. So I think they're good. I will get back to working on that here after a while. There are the newest additions to the chicken family. We have 3 that were incubated and hatched. They are healthy and happy. And they're gonna live in this little brooder tote for a while. Aren't you guys? Or what? Aren't you girls? What I should be saying.